everybody, and welcome to another episode of Midwest Scumbags. This is the, I believe it's the anniversary episode, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so, actually.
Wow, 1 year of Scum.
1 year of Scum. As you were sure, every week we had an episode, which is why this is episode 52 and not episode 42.
I mean, we have some, I don't think we have up to 52 banked, but we have, there are some still stored in the vault.
You're right, we're still sitting on that Elon episode for safety.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
we're saving that one for a very special occasion.
Yeah, that's when we're like, hey, we actually want to be famous now. So here it is. Here's the ticket to fame. But yeah, in all seriousness, it is a whole year that we started this show, which is crazy. So
yeah,
and they've all, I mean, every episode has been shit. So
yeah. But I mean, we knew it was gonna be shit from the beginning, and that's why we do it.
Yeah,
we just like producing shit content.
Dude, it's really fun. It's just a good way to stay busy, I think. So,
and that's what life's about. It's just filling your life with a bunch of useless bullshit up until you die.
Just cramming your every fucking cognitive, I don't know, whatever, your perception. And now I'm just saying words. It's about it's spending time, taking up time, just filling it.
Yeah, God, around this time last year, that was when the third Evangelion movie came out.
What?
I remember that was like, yeah.
That's only been a year that's been out?
It's only been a year.
Oh, man. Okay, this last year has really dragged then.
Yeah, I know, right?
That feels like 2,000 years ago that fucking came out, dude.
Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe it was 2020. No?
No, it was, I'm pretty sure it was 21. Yeah.
I just remember that was like one of the catalysts for starting this podcast, was so we could talk about it, and then we never did talk about it.
We used to joke that we were going to do a Evangelion special, and then we just haven't.
Yeah, it's been longer. March 8th, 2021 was
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah.
Over a year.
Thrice Upon a Time.
That fucking title. Episode, what was it? Neon Genesis Evangelion 3. Was it 3.33?
It was 3.0 plus 1.0.
3.0 plus 1.0.
Thrice Upon a Time.
Thrice Upon a Time. Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it sounds like a Kingdom Hearts fucking title.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Just what do these numbers mean? What is that? What does Thrice Upon a Time mean?
Like, why'd you have to do 3.0 plus 1.0? Like, just call it 4. There's, it's whole numbers.
I mean, third sequentially in the... I mean, I guess it is the fourth if you count End of Evangelion as the first movie.
Which I totally do.
But it's a separate timeline. Or a separate... I don't know. It's been a while since I watched them. I watched them all, like, I binged them all within 2 days. And
yeah.
Artistically, I like End of Evangelion more, but I know what he was doing with the movies. And why Shinji ends up with a big titty mommy.
Yeah.
Whatever. Literally his mom's best friend.
The only one who was nice to him in the whole fucking show.
Literally
makes sense.
Falls from the sky. The woman that saves him.
Man, that Disney princesses gave girls unreasonable expectations for their love life and stuff. That show gave me unreasonable expectations for my own love life. For little boys, your cutie pie, bespectacled, nice girlfriend isn't gonna just fall from the sky. Unfortunately,
no,
not gonna happen.
As much as you'd like to believe they would.
Yeah.
Like, she literally just fell out of the sky and was like, "I'll fix you." It was what happened.
Yeah. literally like the romantic dream that fucking people with like mental issues dream up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, it's definitely
let me fix you. I can just fix. Oh, let somebody fix me. Well, if you say so. Like, what am I gonna do? Get in the robot when I could be fixed? Fuck.
I mean, it kind of fits. Shinji was always looking for that motherly replacement that he lost.
Mm-hmm.
It just turns out there was a lot of fucked up shit in between that.
It's fucking trauma on trauma, dude.
Yeah, that show is a good representation of what trauma can do to a motherfucker. I mean,
dude,
all of them, everybody in that show has some kind of fucking problem.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. They're just living it every day. It just starts out
as a sweet mecha anime,
Yeah.
You don't think about any of that existential shit until like halfway through, and then it's like, what? Where did this come from?
Mm-hmm. And then you're just like, fucking bottle it up. Bottle up your emotions like everybody else. But no, that they're actually healthier. The characters in that show are healthy for trying to work out their trauma. And that's why it's what a fantasy mecha.
I mean, the whole point of that, at least the original run, was he genocided the Earth just so he could figure out that living is okay even if it hurts sometimes.
Yeah.
There were probably out of all the people that were on the planet at that time, there were probably people that like already figured that out themselves, but Shinji couldn't figure it out until literally everybody was dead.
Yeah, I guess sometimes that's all it takes is wiping out everybody else on the Earth to be like, oh, it's okay being awkward in conversation sometimes. It's okay to feel sad every now and then.
It's okay to feel kind of gay for this random dude that showed up out of nowhere. That's okay. That's fine.
It's all right.
Feelings are valid. It's okay to want to bang Asuka. It's okay to want to bang Rei. Well, it's not okay.
In Shinji's position.
Yeah. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that it's a clone of his mom.
Yeah.
Spoilers abound for Evangelion, folks. I guess.
This is the Evangelion episode now, baby.
1 year later. Woo! Here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wasn't planning on this. It'd been a hot minute, but...
Yeah, you don't have to remember every little detail.
No,
and the episode doesn't even have to be about it. I just, it was just something that was one of the catalysts for the show, just so we could talk about anime and video games and stuff, which we've done.
Yeah. Which is
we can look at this as like a year in retrospect, what have we done? What have we talked about?
Uh-huh.
How have we changed? How have we grown?
Yeah. That's it. This is, as opposed to every other episode that isn't a deep introspective dive into our own personal psychic problems.
Into our psyche itself.
Yeah. So this is going to be the introspective episode, and then we'll stop forever. We can never talk about...
and that links back to Eva too. This is the last 2 episodes where it's just
oh shit.
You can tell they ran out of money.
Yeah, and it was just blank screens of text, and I'm like, oh man, come on. Not even sound production, which it's striking when it's used right, but in the context of the show ran out of money, it's okay, they probably would have had sound, but cutting it out completely saves so much money.
Yeah, it was just weird. They showed all the concept art and stuff too, and it was just I forget what type of... It's like a therapy session is what it's like.
Literally, just congratulations. Congratulations.
Good job. You figured out living sucks.
Yeah.
But it's better to live than to not be alive.
Yeah.
That's why I like the end of Evangelion more.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
It's a beautiful message, but when you set up the whole show to be this crazy mech anime, on top of being like a psychological drama horror, like you can't just end it with like a therapy group, you know? You have
yeah.
You could just have
And it-
Shinji sitting around in like fucking Mechaholics Anonymous or whatever, just hey.
And don't forget, like, fucking Misato, like, made him watch her fuck Kaji.
Oh, dude.
And he's like, yo, check it out. This is the real me. And, like, he's just, staring at Kaji's ass. That's all
man.
he hears.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's what you get.
Like, you could have just
Shinji.
told me this. You didn't have to show me.
You did? Yeah, like I probably would have believed you. I guess when the goal is psychological torture, and that's the best way to do it, is to crush your enemies, and to see them driven before you and hear the lamentations of their women, you know. That's what the show's all about. That's really, that's the best way to live.
It really is.
I think.
A lot of fan service, too.
Yeah.
Of underage girls. Mostly. Except they fixed that in the 3.0 because they were all aged up, but they
but they still had teenage bodies.
Yeah, because they were fucking pilots. It's like, so now it's okay to sexualize them.
Yeah.
It's alright.
That's a 60-year-old woman, you fucking grave robber. What are you talking about? Yeah, she only looks 15, but she's 50.
It's very important to the plot that they wear skin-tight suits.
Yeah, it's important. Like, it just has to mechanically.
I'm at least glad Shinji had to wear one also. So it wasn't like just the chicks had It's funny because there's a outfit in Xenoblade that is the Plugsuit, but like only the women have it. The guys don't get it.
Damn. That's not gender equality. I appreciate it.
No, it's not. I wanted to see like the super buff dude Lance. I wanted to see him rocking that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they just get like some baggy whatever clothes. It's like, come on.
Right, the ladies want something to look at too, bro.
Yeah, fan service goes both ways.
It goes both ways. That's why there's a bunch of those, like, reverse harem is a genre. Because harem is a genre, that's funny, right? But
yeah,
on top of that, reverse harem, which is like 5 dudes and 1 chick, like that happens a lot in a lot of shows. Or in anime, at least. So, the reason that it exists is because it's, I don't know, it's funny. And they're equal playing ground, right? Equal playing field. What the fuck am I saying, dude?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's not like a fucking like an Attack on Titan. King Fritz, he had a harem, but I mean, it wasn't a fun one.
Yeah, no, that was a
that was a sad harem.
This is a sad harem, dude. That was not fun. It's rough. Shit.
Yeah, it is. But man, that was just the best line. As a reward, I will give you my seed. Come on. Like that's just like that's just so evil. It's just something an evil person would say.
Right.
But it's so on the nose evil.
It's
like,
so
right,
gross.
You're a bad guy. We get it, dude.
When is the bad guy gonna lean over and just be like, as a reward, I'm gonna raw dog you. Just make it as dirty as fucking possible. Just nasty.
Just nasty, man. I'm gonna put a baby up in that belly. So I guess in that context, it was worded like nice.
I suppose with that sinister undertone, though.
Yeah, it is weird to call it your seed.
Yeah, that ruins the word seed. You know, I'm trying to think of like acorns growing into strong redwoods over 300 feet tall. Those are the kind of seeds that I like. Or like,
not some baby batter filling up them guts.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that kind of seed. Well, that was the kind of seed in Attack on Titan.
That was the seed, bro. That's just, it's weird that it's a singular word, but it can stand for single or like, 'cause seeds, but just seed itself. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it can mean many things.
Yeah. I don't
Sorry,
know,
my
dude.
cat is like freaking out right now.
Oh,
God damn it,
shit.
Arthur. Ruining another episode.
Yeah, it's not me. It's not me.
He was just taking he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah. He might get a little loud, but whatever. It's a feature.
The background, we'll sample it eventually once I get like a soundboard and shit.
Oh, nice, yeah. And just throw it in at random spots and then blame it on me, like gaslight me, thinking he was meowing when I didn't hear him at all.
Shut your cat up, dude. He's the reason we're not getting sponsorships. No, we're not getting sponsorships because I fucking drink. I'm almost done with this bottle of wine that I started when we started the episode 15 minutes ago. So.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Whole bottle of wine.
Yeah, well, it's a sweet blueberry, so it's real sweet, real easy to drink, and it was like a $3 bottle of wine at Aldi's.
Nice.
So
it's my favorite kind of wine. It's cheap wine,
bro. Shout out to Aldi, big sponsor of the podcast. They know that I like to get fucking blackout drunk on $3 bottles of blueberry wine, so
it's a lot classier than like a 40 ounce.
I feel like it is. But I mean, mechanically, it's not like it's a super fancy wine that you would go to a vineyard and sample as artesian.
A sommelier?
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't boofed it yet, so we'll see. If
that's how you know. That's the real.
I'll come back with my with my wine review episode where I just shove tampons soaked in wine in my ass and
oh god,
rape them.
That's how they do it. Don't do that, folks.
Don't do that.
Literally,
you could
get
die.
alcohol poisoning from that.
Please don't, you guys.
Like, it does not take much. Do not boof alcohol.
Oh man. Why would you do that when it tastes so good? You know.
What? Boofing some. We probably made this joke, but like boofing birthday cake flavored vodka. I wonder if you just wouldn't know. Like, you're just supposed to soak it in only alcohol, but it's like, I always drink my vodka with chaser, so would you soak it in like vodka and Red Bull and then put it in your ass?
I don't know if it works like that. As far as
I mean, you'd be absorbing a lot of. You'd probably get caffeine poisoning on top of alcohol poisoning. That'd be one wild ride before you died. It'd probably be a nightmare experience.
Yeah. Your heart would probably explode. Like, yeah. Damn.
'Cause that's putting Red Bull like straight into your bloodstream. Oof. That stuff's already pretty potent, or like a 5-hour energy.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just fucking break up some caffeine pills and throw it in there.
Mm-hmm. Mix those up, dude.
Yeah.
Some stacker energy pills. I remember those being a thing back when I was in, like, I don't know, middle school.
I remember there was this one game, I wish I could remember the name of it, but like at the very beginning of it, the protagonist fucking like, he's sitting in a bar and like he orders a glass of whiskey and then he throws a bunch of pills on the counter, smashes them with the glass of whiskey, and then like puts the powder into the whiskey glass and then drinks it. I was like, wow, I don't even think that would work.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but hell, I would make. I mean, he was supposed to be like, he was like very depressed, so I get it. But it's like, man, why not just take the pills and then chase it with whiskey?
Oof, yeah.
I guess it was just to show that he's a badass.
That's really what it is that he had to break something, so he has to break up the pills, and instead of snorting it, he just mixes it into his drink so that like it's delayed until it hits his stomach lining, basically. I don't know how the fuck.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know some pills like act faster if you break them up and snort them, but as for like putting it into your whiskey drink and then knocking that back.
Yeah, and then it all hits
I don't know
your
if it would
stomach at
have.
once. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd have the same kind of efficacy as just like snorting it or even just taking it, putting it under your tongue too.
Tincture style, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when Coke was a medicine, you know.
Oh,
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Was a magic elixir. People were like, what the fuck is this devilry? Why is my headache gone and why am I fat?
Yeah, there was
now?
like cocaine and morphine in it or some shit.
Fucking coca leaf or something, man. Coca leaf extract? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
think that's what it is, but a pharmacist.
Yeah, I'm not a pharmacist or a pharmacology guy or a medicines are cool bandwagon fucking Pfizer cuck, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this banned. Let's get this episode banned.
Fan.
Yeah.
I don't think the opioid epidemic was really that bad.
In fact, I'm trying to get more opioids in my system. I can't stop.
I think we should call it an opioid celebration. Epidemic is just too harsh a term.
Epidemic is, that's harsh language. It's really just a big party where everybody is taking too many opioids.
Taking too many opioids, yeah. Too many opioids, too many barbiturates, too many, God, I mean, it's kind of crazy how, just in our, like, the past 10 years from high school to now, just how, like pills used to be pretty easy and common to get, but, like, doctors don't prescribe them as often anymore. Like, I remember when I broke my arm, like, in 2011, they gave me, like, hydrocodone, a 3-month supply, you know? Yeah. And now, and the most recent time when I broke my arm, it was, like, 2016, 17, I can't remember. But they gave me only, like, 2 weeks, and then after that, it was like, no, you're gonna go on whatever, like, prescription strength, Aleve.
Oh.
Was what it was.
Yeah. Even though those are super hard on the liver, but I guess it's better than being super hard on the addiction shit in your brain.
From having a good time.
From having a good time. That's all.
I'm not advocating for pills in this.
Yeah.
In this episode, I'm not. I'm really not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't mean anything that we say on this fucking show. It's crazy.
Yet we've established that we lie constantly.
I mean, that's
we're away from Truth Island now. We're far from it.
That was in the rear view like 5 episodes ago. Not really. That was like the beginning of the arc, but
yeah, it was.
I was already looking past it into 2 arcs ahead.
Into the future. Don't think about the present, just think about the future.
Don't think about the present, just...
The now does not exist. The now exists, but the now is not important.
No.
Would you want to keep things the way they are right now? Just perpetually, forever?
No. Like, was that a real question, or were you asking the audience?
It was,
sorry.
I don't... Both.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I don't want things to stay the same way. Stay the same way. I can't fucking speak. Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck it. Like, what? We're all gonna die eventually, so.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
The heat death
Who
of the
cares?
universe is, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll be long dead before that. I'm sure we've discussed this before. But...
Yeah, I hope so, dude. I mean,
yeah,
I
that would be
keep
scary.
walking around like on the beaches and stuff, and accidentally stepping on used needles, and I'm like, well, I hope that wasn't the immortality needle that I finally stepped on, and I wake up tomorrow and I just can't die. Like, that would suck. That would,
It'd be very lonely.
Yeah.
I think.
And then, like, what happens when the heat death of the universe comes, and it's like, you know, do you go with it? What is immortality, really?
You know, I never thought of it like that, but if there is a God and he does exist, it must be a very lonely one. Lonely existence.
Yeah.
Even you know, you have all these people praying to him, but if he's just like, you know, some normal guy like us, but he just happens to be God and immortal.
Mm-hmm.
That would be very sad.
Yeah.
I pity him.
Yeah, that would suck. I like to think that the God force is more like a super big amoeba that lives in just like a celestial plane right on top of ours. And that, you know, you always hear that we are one with everything and everything is one and things like that. And it's like, well, to what extent, if you keep zooming out, to what extent does everything start to look the same, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. How far out do you have to zoom out until it starts looking the same?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's not very far. Or
zoom in.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I mean, if
you go either direction, everything starts to look like it all belongs to one system, or is just one system multiplied over and over and over and over. So, either way, you ever hear of the concept of like Indra's net?
No, I haven't. Enlighten me.
So I want to say it's like a Hindu belief that there was this one creator god named Indra, and he had a net and a spear, I think, were his weapons of choice to slay his enemies or to entangle them or whatever. And the metaphorical concept of Indra's net is that everything is... Hang on, let me think of it. If you think of a net, like just a fishing net, but like at every intersection of the threads of that net, there's like a little jewel, a little glass, a little pearl, depending on, you know, whatever. Just a little super shiny jewel. And then that within that jewel's like glassy surface, all of the other jewels in the net are reflected. And then within those reflections are other reflections of all the jewels of the same net. And
okay.
Yeah, so the idea is essentially, I mean, if you get down with like multiverse theory or shit like that, like each individual consciousness, what you would think is a single consciousness of a human being, is like just one little shiny jewel that within it reflects every other jewel's reflection and is itself reflected in every other jewel. So in that way, that I think in that way,
experiencing itself.
Yeah, over just like an infinite number of iterations of that. And that's the idea of like that's how the universe is set up, essentially. So the way I think of it is, you know, is each individual person a jewel in the net, or is like our whole solar system or everything we know about like space? What if everything that we have discovered within this fucking plane of reality is that just one jewel, you know? It depends on like where the zoom, where you put that. I really hope I explained that well, because I'm fucking
No, I get what you're
now.
saying. So the jewel could either be, you could think of it as a person, or you could think of it as like, I don't know, you could just zoom out a little bit more and it's a town, zoom out more, it's a city, then a state, then a country, then the whole earth, and then, or a universe, or multiple universes.
Yeah.
Depending, so each jewel could represent that but what level it is, we don't know.
Exactly. And then it comes to a point where if something is reflected in like a mirror image so many times, how can you tell which one is the original thing and which is just a reflection? Movies do it all the fucking time with like if somebody goes into a fun house and it's a horror movie specifically, and there's like a killer with a fucking baby mask on, but the baby has like vampire teeth on its face, and it's called like Baby Vamp, the movie, and they're in the fun house, and every single time that the character is running through it and making turns, and then he runs into his own reflection, but then he looks up and behind him is the baby face vampire mask killer guy.
Sorry, that scared me.
Yeah, I mean, it's spooky. I'm sorry, I'm getting down to the spooky. This movie that I've written in its entirety with all of the dialogue.
Baby Vamp.
Yeah, but he looks up, and it's just a reflection, and he turns around real quick, and of course he's not there. But there's other reflections down the hallway, and but the camera angle, like if you were actually in a funhouse, it would not be that hard to distinguish who the actual dude is. It's just the camera angles of horror movies that drive me crazy, and that's the real reason I don't like horror movies. It's not because I'm a scaredy pants little bitch baby boy. It's because of because of the cinematography.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for me.
Too many Dutch angles.
Dutch angles? When it's like an angle that's on a windmill? What do you mean Dutch angles?
I forget what I know what it is when I don't know how to describe it. I'm gonna fucking Google it. Dutch angle.
Okay.
Here we were talking about like the universe.
Yeah, dude, I'm
God,
sorry. I'm
fucking.
fucking.
We were talking about. It's like a tilt. Like it zooms, like the camera tilts on an x-axis and then like zooms in.
Okay.
Like if you're looking down a hallway, the hallway is, rotated.
Oh,
I think of the elevator scene in like Interception.
Interception.
The
football Inception movie.
Inception, yeah.
Interception.
That would be a good movie. Fucking Inception, but football.
Yeah, but it's just Tom Brady having a dream, and then inside of his dream is like a dream about like Brett Favre, but he's dreaming about like Jose Canseco and baseball. Then it switches sports, and then the movie's about baseball, but then you zoom out and it's about football, and then eventually like Eli Manning wakes up on an airplane and he's like, oh, I should go play for Denver this year, and then I don't know, that's the story of that year. What was it, Eli Manning who paid? I don't know anything about football, by the way.
I don't know either. Just no names.
Yeah, they're just names of, I think those are quarterbacks. But like Eli Manning played for the Broncos at one point, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. This is an anime and video game podcast.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry. I was just pitching Interception, the Inception sequel.
Funny, because I almost said Interstellar too. That's also wrong.
All right. Now
it's
this movie.
The elevator. It was like the hotel or something. But yeah, it's kind of like that. Like that's what a Dutch angle. It's used in horror movies all the time.
Huh. Like I said, I thought it was a shot that's on a windmill, but the windmill's going
that
up
would
and
be
circling.
Funnier.
The windmill POV.
Hilarious.
Or it's the angle from inside of an oven as an old maid pulls out a batch of freshly baked rolls, but she's getting old and she put salt instead of sugar in the batter, and they're just real real salty, and the kids get real sad because they have to have a serious conversation with her mom about her inability to take care of herself.
Ooh.
And that's the that's why it's called the Dutch angle. Is the story takes place in Deutschland.
Dutchland. Oh, jeez, yeah.
Well,
yeah, Holland.
Yeah. I could teach fucking film appreciation. That's all that bullshit was, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever take that class? I never took that fucking class.
No, I never took that class.
I don't think I took any, like, appreciation classes in college. The short time that I was there, because I was like, I know how to fucking appreciate things. I don't need...
I can appreciate art. I can appreciate theater.
Yeah.
Why don't they have, like, a math appreciation class? So you can learn to like math and shit.
Where it's just, like, fucking... It's just a painting class, but they're like, okay, today we're gonna paint the number 5, everybody. Let's appreciate why 5 is so good in our life. Right? Because appreciation, I mean... Just having gratitude for something.
I mean, that's just art appreciation.
It's just art appreciation.
I mean, maybe it would just be like looking at an equation and then just learning to appreciate it.
Here, just look, just look at this fucking equation. We're not gonna teach you
any of the like math part of it. Just look at this shit.
Sit down for an hour, and you're gonna look at this equation on the board, and I'm not gonna fucking pay attention to you because I have tuition and or what the fuck is it? Tenure. I have tenure, and I can do whatever I want, and that's the state of the colleges these days, right? It's just equation appreciation classes and I don't know,
liberal bullshit.
And safe spaces and sororities and how dare women have a group of their own.
Yeah, who needs that? Who needs safe spaces? Who needs all that bullshit?
Oh man,
I didn't go to college.
No.
College is a scam, man.
Dude, it kind of is.
At least here in America, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is. I was just looking at fucking, like, I don't know, because, like, I don't want to fucking just scrub toilets my whole life. So I was looking at, like, career paths and shit, and I was like, oh, I was a real fucking bitch baby nerd, and I spent a lot of time in libraries, and libraries are fun. Maybe I'll be a librarian. And you look into it, and it's like, you can't just go work at a library. Like, you have to have a full-on fucking bachelor's degree and be working on a master's degree, because it's a master's degree, a master's certificate to be a librarian.
Yes.
Like, why are they...
I remember finding that out, I was like, wow, that's crazy.
It's like, why are we locking knowledge behind such a fucking high barrier, dude?
I mean, librarians, they do a lot more than just, like, putting books on shelves. Like, at least if you're, like,
do.
College librarians,
yeah.
You'll have, like, professors or researchers, you gotta source material for them.
Yeah.
Plus all the, administrative bullshit that I'm sure they have to do. You gotta learn the Dewey Decimal System.
That's true. You probably have to, like, memorize that shit.
There's probably, like, years of trying to, classes for that, I would imagine.
Probably. Dewey Decimal 101.
But the thing is, the pay, I can't imagine the pay is too great unless you're, like, working at a university and are tenured.
Yeah.
Which is not the case with these colleges anymore. I mean, shit, the college that I went to, at least my first go around, they're firing a bunch of teachers right now for just no reason at all.
Oh, shit.
Just
is this the
laying
same
it off.
one that I went to as well?
Yes, yeah, we went to. Yeah, it's one we went to, our first go around.
Do you want to say it and just bleep it out?
Oh, yeah. It's
UCLA. Oh, all right.
Yeah, UCLA. MIT. MIT. What it was.
There we go. I'll just cut all this, and all right. So Skylar, recent MIT graduate, welcome back to the show. And
thanks. Just got my doctorate in scumology. That was a bad joke.
Yeah,
that was a bad joke.
That's all right. We gotta fit scum into fucking everything, dude. I think it's
it's on
it's
brand. It's
becoming a popular word now. I'm catching it. I'm catching people dropping the word scum or scumbag a lot in, like, I don't know, news articles, YouTube videos and shit. So, like, it's catching on. It's catching on.
So we gotta trademark it.
We do have to trademark it. We're not saying we don't own anything that We
don't own the word scumbag. We just own scumbag in every context that it just relates to about scumbags.
Any other future puns that I might think of for t-shirt ideas and thumbnails and, you know, the trademark. It's all, we're saying it right now, and that's all it takes for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll check with our legal team later. We have
we've got like 20 lawyers on retainer.
Yeah,
that's where most of the cost for this podcast goes to. That's why it's so low quality. We made sure to lawyer up before we started.
That's correct. Yeah, because fuck that.
So we have a whole legal team waiting. You know, it's why we haven't got canceled yet, because our PR team is so good.
All the, like, really bad episodes in the past, that's just because they've been edited that way. There's no way that Skylar and I would be able to create such terrible, terrible episodes on their own. Yeah, they have to be edited because everything we say is gold, and the only reason that the episode is bad is because of our editing team. We really need to honestly get them taken care of, but it's, you know, my dad's second cousin, so, like, I can't fucking just come out right and say, dude, you suck dick. Like, all of our episodes make us sound like we're hateful, homophobes. It's
like we have low quality microphones.
It's like they're not even in the same fucking room recording.
I'm recording on a laptop. That's what we want. That's the sound of the brand.
It's the
I'm actually on a very high-end computer, but
we scale it down on purpose. We want it to
sound like crunchy, you know, like we're just starting out.
It's all manufactured, like fake grassroots authenticity. That's what we're all about.
It doesn't help that we only pay our editors in ScumCoins, which you can only spend at the Scumbag store.
That's right. That's correct. And, like, we have a couple basic staples of life. Like, I mean, we offer milk and rice.
Powdered milk.
Yeah, powdered milk, rice.
And a lot of other non-perishable items that we buy wholesale that are all mostly damaged or expired.
We just take the the Costco logo and just paint over it, and, you know, fuck, I haven't thought of a good scumbag pun for Costco. ScumCo. This is pretty close. It's pretty good. Yeah. And then we offer that, and, like, our employees have to buy it in ScumCoin, and that fluctuates because, obviously, market, business, money, financials, it's not gonna just stay the same all the time, right?
We plan on launching ScumCoin on the blockchain eventually.
Yeah.
And then they'll be able to buy NFTs with it.
Ooh.
Scumbag NFTs.
They'll have to, like, make NFTs for it? Fuck, dude. That's so much work.
Make an NFT. You don't have to fucking make an NFT. You just say it's an NFT. And then you put it on the blockchain. That's as easy as that.
There's just, like, a checkbox when you go into to make anything on a computer that says, is this an NFT? And you check yes, and yeah. You sell it, make a lot of money, and then you cash out before people realize it's all a fucking scam. It's a fucking scam, bro. None of it is real.
I thought the what you do is you make the NFT, and then you set it to, like, some super ridiculous price, and then you buy it, but anonymously. So that way it, you know,
Oh, where you like buy
what's
it
the word
from
I'm
yourself for like it sets the
like
value
you said, it's
or
like
whatever.
$500. Yeah, you make the value of it. Then people see, well, fuck, somebody bought that for $500, and then you put it up for $1,000. They're like, shit, $1,000, or you put it up for $400.
I better jump on this
cheaper.
now before it's worth $10,000 because of fake. Basically, right? It's all just you set up a fake market and be like, wow, people really want this fucking PNG image.
It's just a JPEG with a receipt.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So you can be like, yeah, I own it, but people can fucking just right click and save, and then
and
that
then
really
like
defeats the whole purpose of owning it.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Like, be like, hey, Grandma, I'm a real successful man. Look at this NFT that I own, and I can prove that I own it because look at the file information, and like these pixels just line up in a way to say that, like, you know, it has your fucking stupid Scrooge McDuck username at 420.nft or something.
Basically, yeah. I mean,
it's like, that's like me, Grandma, and she's
but
like,
you'd be showing your grandma like a cryptographic hash.
Yeah,
is what it would be. It'd be just a series of letters and numbers, and be like, see, that's how you can tell I own it, Grandma, is by this cryptograph. Like, that's unique. No one else can generate that.
And she's like, oh wow, I'm so proud of you, Sonny. And then she steps out. And she's like making calls to people in the mafia of like, I need to take out my fucking grandson because he's retarded. Like, it's...
I would just be like, good, I'm glad you like it, Grandma, because I spent the last of your savings on it.
Oh, shit. She walks back in and like her tray of cookies, but the cookies are replaced with like grenades. And she's like, take this. And it starts a whole fight scene where she throws the tray of the grenades, and you get up, but like you pull out the like, I don't know, sawed-off shotgun that you keep under your computer desk at all times, pointed at your balls, because you like the feeling of the risk that it gives.
That it might go off and shoot you in the balls.
It's a side.
Like, I could see it like you have it at like in like tucked in between your thigh, but you have it instead of like, you know, you have it facing downwards. It's the holster is like facing up towards your balls, and there's like a little hairpin trigger.
Yeah,
so
dude.
You're always living on the edge. Like,
just always
gonna get buckshot. Your fucking balls.
Mm-hmm. But that's a side note that, you know, that's just a side. You have your own issues that right now is not the main focus of your grandma attacking you, and you fight her off with the sawed-off shotgun that you're like, man, I'm glad this never shot me in the balls, but it would be a fancier one-liner than that. We obviously haven't workshopped this with the writing team.
But you're a little sad that it hasn't shot you in the balls, too.
Yeah, that's why you're buying fucking NFTs, thinking that's gonna fill the void in your life.
That's the only thing that makes me feel alive, is buying these fucking sad monkey pictures.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, how do you up the risk of those sad monkey pictures? You set up a sawed-off shotgun directly at your balls, and then it makes those purchases even more, like, I don't know, deeper in the valley of the risk-reward dynamic, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that. But anyway, ScumCoin gonna be going on the blockchain soon.
ScumCoin. Yeah. That's real. That's gonna happen.
It's real, yeah.
One of these
we're
days,
totally not just gonna have a bunch of people buy into it and then dump it a couple months later.
Just boost up our, like 5 of our closest friends. We just get everybody to work in a coordinated fashion so that we all come out richer. But you never know. You just think, like, that's just the market.
It's what they do, though. They'll like on Reddit, all these fucking subreddits will come up, and it's some new fucking shit coin, and it's like, oh, we started up our own we have our own whatever currency on the blockchain, buy it, and you'll go to their subreddit, and they're like, we're giving it out for free, and then everybody gets it, and so everybody has it, and then they're like, well, now the people are gonna want more, and so that's what happens. People end up buying more, and then some of these companies, whatever startups that start it, they'll 6 months later, they'll just fucking dump it all into their own bank accounts and like completely tank it, whatever value it had.
Oh.
And everybody that bought into it is fucked. Like anybody that spent real money on it is fucked because you can't get that back. It's gone.
That's oof. What kind of world do we live in, man? This is nuts. This is wild.
It's not the future I wanted.
It's not, dude.
I wanted
really
the cool
isn't.
cyberpunk. I wanted to like chop off my hand, replace it with a claw, but the claw like shoots out. I wanted a cybernetic eye that could, see.
It would still be a claw. Hang on. So we're living in a cyberpunk future where you can replace your body parts with robotic parts, and you still just get a claw.
Fuck yeah, just get a claw. Claw has more utility than fingers anyway. Imagine all the stuff you could do with a cool claw hand. Especially one that has like a harpoon on it.
You could get like a full-on hand that has like dope shit in every finger, super utility filled, but instead you just have one whole utility attached to your wrist in the form of a hook.
Would you rather have something that does a lot of things well, or one thing that does something perfectly? That's why you get a hook hand and
that's why you get a hook hand.
Spider toes or something.
Spider toes. I was one of those like from the Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire when he like zoomed in on his thumb and they had the little tiny like spider legs that popped out of his skin, and that's why that's how he stuck to the walls or whatever. I was one of those.
Oh yeah, because his spider abilities were organic, which was like weird and different.
Yeah,
right? That was like the big thing with him is he shot webs out of his actual wrist.
Yeah,
as opposed to just being like getting, because all the spider bite did was like give him a heightened sense, the spider sense, and also like super strength.
Yeah, the spider.
Like he made the whatever webbing himself.
Yeah.
So it was like weird for him to be like, where do you shoot that shit out from?
Yeah.
Does he have an infinite amount of it? Yeah, it's
yeah, dude.
Never thought about that.
Yeah. I got one of my Christmas presents or maybe it was a birthday present. I don't know. When I was super duper into Spider-Man and shit, like I got
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago to the dot. As a gift, I got a gift that was like a replica copy of like the first issue of like the Amazing Spider-Man, and then flip copy of like it was like Fantastic Four meets Spider-Man or whatever, like the actual comic, but replica remake of it, obviously just reprinting or whatever. I don't know what it's called when you have like counterfeit knockoff Chinese comics.
Counterfeit comic?
Yeah. I think it was that. I don't think it was Chinese. That was just a joke. But the first like actual comic book of Spider-Man, and it showed him get his powers or whatever, and it was like the spider itself wasn't even radioactive. It was just like it was part of like, I don't know, Dr. Octopus was doing some fucking experiment with radiology, radioactivity, radioactive material or something, and then he I don't know, Peter was invited because he was a mega nerd, and they were like, you can be in on this fucking nerd contest that we're doing with Dr. Octopus, but he's not Dr. Octopus yet, and
he was just Doc Ock. Dr. Ock.
He didn't even have the octopus arms. He was just like a professor that was like, call me Doc Ock. And they're like, I don't really want to fucking do that.
I'm not going to call you that.
It's fucking why? What? I mean, we get it. Your name's Otto Octavius. That's pretty funny for your, it's a funny name. It would be funny if you were an octopus guy. But...
I couldn't remember. I was like, was his last name just Ock?
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, well, this makes sense. Octopus.
Yeah.
I made these cool arms that are cool.
Yeah. But the thing is that, like, it wasn't even meant for that. He should have been, like, a superhero or a super villain that was just super obsessed with the number 8. Because, like, Octave, it's still...
Yeah, right.
An equal, Octopus is like it's an extra step. Wouldn't you say, like, my name's Octavius, Oct 8. You get real obsessed with the number 8 and, like, how it's a little infinite sign. And then you turn that into, oh, I'm Mr. Infinity or something, and then you're a bad guy. But instead he took it a step further and went Octopus. This was easier.
I mean, he did already have the arms.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. He was like, I already built these fucking tentacles. We're not gonna say why I built the tentacles, or what that implies as far as my browser history, but we're just gonna move on and say it's octopus tentacles, and not that I have a tentacle hentai obsession.
Crippling addiction to tentacle porn.
Yep. And that's the true, unabridged backstory of Dr. Octopus, and that was the first issue of Spider-Man, the comic.
Oh, that was it was the very first episode, or issue that came out in like the 50s or whatever.
Yeah, it had like Spider-Man on the cover,
Spider-Man
and people were
1.
like, they were yelling at him like freak, pervert, fucking loser, like, and that's what the people yell. And then Spider-Man is made to feel like he's a freak and a fucking little bitch. That's the first episode, but it's a long arc, and they have to explain his fucking villains first, and then as he fights them, he builds other courageous moral values and things.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm like pitching a Spider-Man show to you about.
I'm not sure where this Spider-Man came from, but
I don't know. Okay. So the experiment he was doing just blew up because the spider got in like a ventilation system. It was just a normal ass spider, and it like contaminated his thing, and it was like, oh shit, our fucking shit's contaminated, and then it explodes, and like as everybody's knocked out, like radioactive explosion that wasn't enough to kill them, but enough to seriously cause some radiation poisoning. And then the spider comes down and like bites Peter on the face and is like, ha, I survived a fucking nuclear explosion contained within a lab, and you didn't. So now you have spider powers.
And he didn't go to the hospital.
No, he did. I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe that was
he didn't in the
two.
movie. It was like he got bit by the spider, and then he was like having very obvious like a reaction to it.
Like hardcore,
and he was like, I'm just
gonna
go to bed.
I'm just gonna sleep it off. No biggie.
That's how you know it's set in America.
It's like the fucking bill for them to be like, yeah, I don't know, man. You're sick or something.
I mean, if I got bit by a spider, like that spider that was obviously like in a lab, and not just like a spider that got into a lab, but a spider that was being
nerd
tested.
Spider. Yeah.
The first thing I would do would be like, I need to go to the fucking hospital. I need to go to the emergency room. It's a radioactive what?
Right? Yeah. I mean, like regular spider bites already should probably. I don't know enough. I kind of like spiders in general, but I don't.
If it was like a brown recluse, then definitely go to the hospital.
Like he would have been
staph
dead.
Infection from that.
Ugh.
That wouldn't make for a good story, though.
No,
he gets bit and then gets a staph infection.
Yeah,
but he can't afford to go to the hospital. He dies.
That's the American Spider-Man. That's what they do.
Don't even have to change the acronym. Yeah. I guess it's moral of the story: if you get bit by a spider in a lab, then go get tested.
Yeah.
Because you're probably not going to wake up with superpowers and be like ripped.
No, you have to work hard to get ripped, dude. It's fucking pain. I've been doing core workouts every day when I wake up, and even then, I look in the mirror, and it's only been...
Do you, like, have one of those things where you hang upside down?
Oh, dude, I fucking wish. Those are awesome.
I would be afraid that, like, I would, like...
Get stuck
do it too long and then pass out.
Yeah. Like, you pass out upside down, hanging from your ankles, dude.
Or if you don't mount it right, and it, like, breaks... And you'd snap your neck.
Yeah, because you fall directly on your
go.
fucking head. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. Maybe one day.
I mean, that's something I'd want like a professional to build, not me do it myself.
Yeah.
I remember when I was like early high school, I had one of those like I don't know if it was like a Bowflex thing, but it was something you could hook onto a door frame. And do pull-ups with.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember doing it one day and it broke the door frame just because
God.
I did it every day, and that's putting, downward force on it. So obviously after a time it was going to break. And then like looking back, that was just a really terrible buy. Terrible invention. If you're going to have something to do pull-ups, it needs to be mounted properly.
Dude, for real.
Because I was like, fuck, what if there was like something beneath me at the time? Or, I mean, hell, even a fall like that, and if you like just fall on your ass, that could really fuck you up too.
Oh, dude, yeah. Fucking
I was lucky I
tailbone.
like caught it, like I saw it happening, like it was starting to shake, and then fucking I heard it crack, and I was like, I just let it go. I was like, shit. My pull-up game was not very good after that.
Pull up game week. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the girls say, right?
I mean, probably some of them.
I want to get fucking my pull-ups. I haven't been working my shoulders like I should. I'm focusing on my core muscles, my abdomen region, because I'm incredibly insecure about my torso. So I'm doing that, focusing on that, and then eventually I don't know, get fucking swole, I guess.
Do you want to get so ridiculously jacked like people think there's something wrong with you? Like there's a point you cross. Like there's between like looking healthy, being cut, and then like getting so fucking jacked, like someone looks at you and it's like, oh my god.
Getting down to like 2.1% body fat. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Just looking absolutely fucking just all muscle. No, that I feel like that's scary.
Not being able to scratch your back, that would suck.
Yeah, dude. And then like not being able to put your elbows together. I've seen that a lot. That's pretty funny. They just can't put their elbows together anymore in front of their chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for all you ladies out there, try that right now.
So, yeah. Just film it and then, like, send it to
us. Put it on the Discord.
Yeah, fitness challenge. Touch your elbow. Oof. Well, shit. Look at the time.
Yeah, we made an hour.
We've made which is our cutoff.
Well, you're right. I was trying not to say it, but yes, it's what our corporate sponsors want.
That's right.
What they demand any longer, and we have to, we have to fucking talk to the union, the Teamsters from the goddamn union, and they get on our ass.
Yeah. And their, like, logo is fucking stupid, dude. Like, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, the scumbag 304 union.
Yeah. I mean, fuck that shit. Start my own union and only have rules for me while I'm working. That's how it works, right? That's how unions... You can just start a union?
Yeah, you just claim it.
Oh, shit. Well, look into the... Be looking forward to the tax savings you hear from our show later this year.
The only union I know or respect is the Union Cross. From Kingdom Hearts.
Oh. Fuck Kingdom Hearts, dude.
Yeah, fuck Kingdom Hearts.
Fuck Kingdom Hearts.
I love that series, but yeah, genuinely fuck Kingdom Hearts.
It's a good place to hit stop.
gone wrong in this world. You're a self-consumed, no talent, mediocre piece of shit.